It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is our very own Jan Patrick.
Not bad.
With, what's his name? Glenn Drover?
Drover?
Yeah, Glenn Drover.
Yeah.
So, what part does Jan play? Is he a drummer?
I thought he was the guitar player. I don't know.
I don't know. Is that Jan playing guitar?
Might have been. Jan should call us and tell us.
Yeah. So he got a chance to play with Glenn Drover and cut a few songs.
Yeah.
Some instrumentals. Yeah. I saw that. I saw in the chat room that they love the vocals. Phil Lewis loves the vocals.
They were solid. Probably the best in key that we've heard tonight.
Yeah, probably. So, Jan Patrick.
Yeah.
Submitting some music to the Classic Metal Show.
Way to go, Jan from Finland.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, we were talking about earlier tonight about a girl who got the boot from her job because she was just too damn cute.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna this story that I'm going to bring up here just reminded me of something that you and I took part in.
Okay.
You and I, a couple of years ago, we went to Mikey's graduation.
Right, sure.
And both of us admitted that for girls who were graduating high school, there were some pretty hot little girls there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like, are these girls high school age? Because there were some very mature-looking young ladies there graduating in Mikey's class.
Yes, there were.
And it was just like, geez. Some of these girls look very mature for their age.
Sure.
So anyway, a teen girl gets booted from prom.
Okay.
Because all the dads couldn't stop staring.
That's funny.
So these little girls they're just too hot. Sorry, you're too hot. You got to go.
Yeah. Dude, I know you don't follow pop culture at all.
Not much, no.
But have you seen that Cast Me Outside girl?
Yes, I know who she is. I saw her when she was on like Maury Povich or something.
Dr. Phil.
Something like that. Cash Me Outside.
Yeah. That girl, she's like 15 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
That girl has stupendous tits. Dude, look her up.
Well, I've seen her, but I really never looked at her that close because
you can't not notice her tits.
She just comes off as an annoying bitch.
Oh, she's a cunt. But I can't wait till she turns 18 and goes right to porn because her career will be done by then. Let me look her up. Cash Me Outside tits. Yeah, her tits are fucking ridiculous. I don't care how old she is. There's no way that you cannot look at her tits. It's impossible. Look at this picture. I'm going to put it in the chat room right now. Let's see. Picture here. Paste. Go. We'll go. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I would never recognize her as that girl.
Would you recognize her as 15?
No, not in that picture, no.
She's got stupendous fucking tits.
Uh-huh.
Look at these pictures. Hold on. Copy image address. Would you think that this girl right here is fucking underaged? And paste and go. And go.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is that these younger girls, they're just very, very developed at such a very young age.
Yeah.
And it's probably all the steroids and the meat and the milk and everything.
Yeah.
All the genetic shit that is in the food these days.
Yeah.
The growth hormone.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff.
But you could really fuck up with something like that.
Oh, easily.
I mean,
if that girl told you she was 18 and she was legal and all that, there would be no reason for you not to believe her, aside from, let me see your driver's license.
And no one's doing that. If that girl with that body is fucking saying, here, put your dick in me. Are you 18? Yeah, okay. Let's get those panties off quick before you change your mind.
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's easy to see how that could happen.
Yep, easy with that one.
Right.
Although she is, oof, just a mess.
Yeah, no kidding.
She's not the worst, though. Have you seen Whoa Vicky?
I have no idea who that is.
You're going to love this girl.
What's her story?
Well, she's an oppressed black girl, and she'll tell you in every video about how she's an oppressed black girl. Let me put up a picture of Whoa Vicky.
Now, how is she oppressed? What oppresses her?
The man, everything.
Okay.
Here, let me copy.
And how are you aware of this girl?
Kumia.
Okay.
So here is this oppressed black girl, Whoa Vicky.
Whoa Vicky.
And it's WOAHHVICKY on Twitter.
Okay. So what is her message? Is she trying to have people give her money or something?
She's trying to get people to give the black people respect.
Well, I know, but what's in it for her?
I don't know.
I mean, is this a ploy for raising money? She's a black girl?
So she says.
It's not a black girl.
She swears it.
And how old is this one?
Like 22.
Oh, okay. And are those tattoos or are those bracelets?
Those are bracelets, I think.
Okay.
But she swears she's a black girl.
Okay. No idea. Never heard of her.
Yeah. Whoa, Vicky's she's something. She does videos with guns, and she did one video about her nappy hair.
Her nappy hair?
Well, here's a picture of Whoa Vicky. Let me get another one with her hair different. Maybe you'll believe this one, that she's a black girl. Copy image. What do you think?
I'm looking.
Hold on, here it comes. Paste. Wish this was easier than this. There you go. What do you think? Black girl?
Not really, no.
She's not a black girl.
She's not a black girl.
She swears. I'm telling you, she's got 100 videos out there, and she swears in every one of them she's a black girl.
Well, she's not a black girl, though. She's not. I blew the picture up here to take a look at her.
Yeah.
She's like that Dolan's woman.
Yeah.
Who swears she's a black woman.
Right.
She's not a black.
Right.
Stupid.
People are stupid.
Yeah, people are stupid.
And she's an internet celebrity.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. People buy into that nonsense.
Yep.
But getting back to this hot 17-year-old.
Okay.
She was just too hot to handle.
Yeah.
She was asked to leave her prom because she was just too hot.
Wow.
As 17-year-old Claire and her boyfriend made their way to a homeschool prom themed Twilight in Paris.
Homeschool themed?
Homeschool prom themed Twilight in Paris.
All right.
They were thrilled for the night ahead of them. They felt good. They looked great. And they were ecstatic to finally unwind with friends.
Okay.
Her boyfriend had even purchased them tickets to the prom way in advance. Indeed, she had worked hard to pick out the perfect dress, a glittery silver number that she had found after searching in 6 different stores, eventually finding it at Macy's.
Wow. What's her name so I can look her up?
Her name is Claire Ettinger. Ettinger. Clare is her first name.
All right, got it.
Ettinger.
All right. I'm looking for a picture of her in the dress. Okay, go ahead.
Little did she realize it was this dress that for some would push things way too far.
You gotta be kidding me. I'm looking at the dress now. Okay.
For Claire, this was the perfect dress. After months of saving up her tip money from work, she had finally found something that she loved and could actually afford. Not only was it gorgeous, silver, and sparkly,
right,
it was carefully vetted too. She even tried her outfit on with heels just to make sure she would comply with the event's rules, and at the time she was honestly confident that she would pass the test.
Yeah.
There was a test to go to the prom?
Apparently. She passed.
Even so, there was just something about that dress that would make everyone lose their minds.
Mm-hmm.
They would lose their minds.
Yeah.
I'm all dolled up, channeling my inner Marilyn Monroe with my blonde hair and bright red lipstick, Claire recalled writing on her sister's blog.
Oh, brother.
Everybody's got to be blogging.
And why is a fucking 17-year-old kid worrying about Marilyn Monroe?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Claire carefully noted that the prom dress code listed on the registration form was simple, which asked girls to keep their dresses semi-formal at the fingertip length. Essentially, that means when a girl's arms are relaxed all the way to her sides, the dress hem can't fall above her fingertips.
Right, sure.
But as soon as she showed up to the dance, hosted at a local Methodist church, her problems began.
Oh, my goodness.
People were lusting for her delicious little body.
See, she does got a good little dumper on her, but but there's nothing wrong with that dress.
Upon arrival, she was immediately approached by administration.
Mm-hmm.
Despite her meticulous preparation, one of the organizers, Ann Duncan, that bitch, stopped her at the door and said, "Honey, that dress is too short."
Fuck off.
Unafraid and confident in her elegant outfit, Claire boldly shot back at Miss Duncan. "What's the rule?"
Mm-hmm.
As Claire expected, she responded, "Fingertip length." Claire went on to explain that the dress simply appeared short on her because she's tall, curvy girl with long legs.
Yeah.
However, Miss Duncan, the cunt, informed her that her dress was just inappropriately short and that it failed to comply with the dress code.
This is the teacher? Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind why. Because this teacher's an ugly skag.
But after quickly demonstrating that her outfit did indeed pass the fingertip test, the pretty party goer was begrudgingly allowed access to the ballroom, albeit with a threat. "We'll make sure it stays pulled down."
Yeah, man.
"Because it is too short."
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Claire, that was only a warning shot. The real battle had yet to begin.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah. You're making men lust after you. You would be surprised about the prom standards present across the world. In several countries, it is socially acceptable for young ladies to show off their beauty, being socially accepted. If we look at Russian proms, for example, it's encouraged that you display the best, most beautiful version of yourself. Unfortunately, this is not always the case in the U.S.
Yeah, man.
You got stuffy, stuck-up people who just don't appreciate beauty.
No, not at all.
None of your photos popped up in that chat room.
No, I'm going to my Google Photos right now. I'm putting it up. Hold on.
Indeed, Claire later wrote, "When I got to the prom, to the ballroom, I laughed because I was surrounded by girls in much shorter dresses than me, albeit they were shorter and therefore stood out less in the crowd, but it was still frustrating. Even so, Claire had made it inside and was ready to celebrate that special night.
Right.
A few minutes later, though, she noticed a line of dads looking down on her, gawking from the balcony above.
These guys, I mean, that dress is all right, I guess, but it's not unbelievable. There she is. That's Mrs. Dawson or whatever, Duncan.
She's
never had anybody look at her.
Of course not. I'm not seeing it.
You don't see it now?
Let's see, where is this? I'm seeing some person that Phil Ooze put in there.
And they're right under it.
It still hasn't popped up yet. Not seeing it yet. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So there were dads looking down. They had their cocks out and they were stroking furiously. Let's see. Understandably, Claire and her friends felt deeply uncomfortable, but they paid them no attention.
I put it in Skype.
All right, I'm going to take a look here. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, she's got the dyke haircut going on.
She's horrendous.
Yeah, she's a dyke.
Yeah.
And she's got the short boy cut going on.
Mm-hmm. She's awful.
Yeah, she's not a feminine woman.
But I'm not believing that the people are having a problem with this bitch, with this kid. Are you?
Not from what I'm seeing. I see the picture of her, and yeah, she looks like a girl in a dress. But I mean, it's not like, she doesn't look like Pam Anderson or something.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely not.
I mean, she's not spilling out over the top of it, or
she's not jerkable in any way.
Not really. I don't quite get it, but okay. Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the story, her friends were deeply uncomfortable. Sadly, though, her prom was doomed from the very beginning. Shortly afterwards, Miss Duncan stormed over to her again. This time, she was clearly on a warpath.
Yeah, pal. Don't be hitting on my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
She walked up to me and she got in close and she said, "I can smell your young cunt."
It smells sparkly and fresh.
And so can all the dads.
Yeah. Silver and pink are my favorites.
Right. Exactly. Yes, James, we are taking calls if you want to call. All right. Mrs. Duncan beckoned her over and escorted her off the dance floor. She took me into a corner in the hallway with another woman who groped me. No. Whom I'm assuming was a parent chaperone.
Okay.
And told me that some of the dads were chaperoning had complained. They complained that my dress was too provocative.
Yeah, right.
And that I was going to cause the young men at the prom to think impure thoughts.
Right. First they were ready to jerk their dick, and then they complained about it. So in other words, one of the wives caught one of the husbands with a boner.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And then they fucking were like, "Oh no, we got to stop this."
Yeah, of course. That's exactly what happened. One of the wives caught her husband gawking at this girl, and she goes, "You aren't looking at that young tart down there, are you?"
And she goes, "Yes, I am, and that's despicable, honey."
Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Why would any parent let their daughter dress like this? I'm going to stop it right now for you, dear. Fucking pussy whipped fag.
I saw you looking at her.
Yes, in disgust, honey.
Yeah, why are you looking at her so intently?
Because I was disgusted.
Yeah, it's been like years since you looked at me that way.
You haven't looked that way ever, honey.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill, guys. This is actually, my name is James, but we'll go with Collins. That's my radio name.
You're
James Collins.
All right. Let's go with your radio names. It's so real.
What do you got for us, Jackson?
Jackson. Let's start referring to me. I'm sorry. I've been drinking some Maker's Mark. We just, anytime I say something, just respond to me with a totally different name. We love what you're doing, Larry. I remember Chevy Chase
All right, Philip.
All right. You don't need to write your own script. Let's go.
Hey, Joe, what do you got,
All
Phil?
right, I'm sorry. Look, I've been thinking about we talked a week or so ago, I've been thinking about the whole hot teachers banging the students thing.
Mm-hmm.
I got to admit to you now, looking back on it, while there weren't any teachers banging students that I was aware of, got to tell you, I had a math teacher named Miss Morrison. She wasn't much to look at. She's a math teacher. She wasn't much to look at, but she had a big, juicy friggin' ass. It was difficult. It was difficult to watch her just traipse back and forth and talk about math problems on the chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
Got to tell you, had I had my way, I could have said, listen, Miss Morrison, me and you, let me teach you a little something about division.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you were gonna school the math teacher, right?
Even though she had a kid, just that big, juicy, round ass, I could have taught her something about division.
And just what would you have done with that big, juicy, round ass?
Yeah, pal.
Yeah, man. I'm going to tell you.
So how much of our material do you use on your radio show?
I actually don't have a radio show. I'm kind of a regular caller on a local show here in Gainesville. We talk local politics and that kind of stuff. And they probably wouldn't what you guys do and what I enjoy about your guys' show probably wouldn't sit well with the local.
Well, of course not. That's why we're not on commercial radio.
Which is part of the thing that attracted me to this show. I sit here in my studio and I listen to repeats. I guess the repeats. I'm clearly tuned in tonight.
Well, I thought YouTube, maybe you were attracted to Chris's round, juicy buttocks.
Yeah.
I've not. Yeah, man. Listen, I've not seen Chris's. If Chris would put his round, juicy buttocks up on a pinball machine and take a pic. I'm kidding. I just really enjoy pinball. But
it's gotten really gay, really fast.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you about Really Gay, Really Fast. You guys mentioned this earlier. The show where Metal Mad Hatter or whatever that dude's name was.
Yeah, the Maddest Hatter, yes.
All right, I'm listening to that show, right? And I'm going, man, this guy's gay. This guy's gay. This guy's gay. How do you guys not notice this guy's gay?
Well, we did know he was gay because he actually called this show prior to that.
Right. And Chris interrupted him on that call and said, wait a minute. You want me to tell Don Dawkins, a 50-year-old man? I mean, I thought, right, the guy's gay. So then let's get back to that where he's talking with Ace. And he goes, you mind if I put my wife on the line? And like the wind came out of my sails. Like, oh, dude, he's got a wife, really? And then this guy goes, hey, babe. I was like, I knew the dude was gay.
Yeah, it was the most compelling radio you ever heard in your life, even on commercial stations.
It truly friggin' was. I had the whole slew of it. Oh, hey, Neely, I hate to tell you this. Mayweather, the African-American guy, beat McGregor, the Irish guy.
Oh, my God.
I was pulling for the Irish guy. I was pulling. It went, I think, 10 rounds. I thought, when I saw it happen, I thought, Neely's not going to like this. kind of like, remember how Bob Dole would refer to himself in third person? Bob Dole's not going to like this. Not that I was you.
All right, Billy. They're really saying it's time for you to go.
Yeah, you're too involved with this show there, James.
Correct.
Chris, I love the show. Come on, it's great. Listen,
all right, Curtis. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, my manager's calling. I got to go.
All right, have some Maker's Mark for us.
All right,
Absolutely.
Steve.
Hail and kill, hand job, balloon knots. No, it's fuck you, pal, balloon knots, hand job.
All right, thanks for calling, Willis.
Yeah, thanks, Franklin.
There's a guy who gets wound up about this show.
I guess. My goodness.
He loves the show.
Mm-hmm.
Callers are ridiculous. Look at that. What is up with Phil?
I don't even want to. You know what? I'm getting to where I'm just about to ban Phil because I can't take him anymore. He's just a disturbed fucking human being.
He is. That's our fans, though.
Yeah, so I guess we got to put up with him.
All right, getting back to the story.
Yep.
So this girl gets pulled aside, and some shrew wife caught her husband jerking to this girl.
Right.
She's got to go because she's too damn cute.
Yeah.
And then she whips out Iowa law that says, "Oh no, I don't. Just because I'm hot in a sparkly dress, I have rights too."
Yeah, man. By man, I mean you with the fucked up haircut, woman.
I learned that on the Classic Metal Show, by the way.
That's right.
Furthermore, saying her outfit causes impure thoughts isn't much of a stretch from being she asked for it when people blame victims of sexual assault for what they were wearing.
I got news for you. The fact that she has a vagina has long caused impure thoughts. Every day she goes to that school, even though she's just average hot, there's impure thoughts.
Right.
Don't you think every 15-year-old kid in that school wants to fuck this girl?
Sure.
Of course they do.
Of course they do, but it's the gross dads that cause this issue.
Yeah, man.
Claire wrote in a blog post, "It seems like the dads were the ones thinking impure thoughts.
Yeah, they were.
So if anyone should have been sent home, it should have been those gross dads."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, they just went in the bathroom and fondled their old stretchy fucking cotton candy balls. Sick bastards.
Right.
Stroking their dicks that their moms won't suck and fucking playing with their taffy balls.
Exactly.
Yum. I mean, yuck.
Are the thoughts and actions of young men and their fathers really her responsibility?
Yes.
According to the school, yes.
Of course.
Says Chris Aiken.
She should have wore a trench coat.
Yeah. Clearly, they haven't seen the new uniforms for Russian schoolgirls.
Yeah.
Bet you that's hot.
I'm sure it is.
Well, Claire wasn't going to take this lying down. She would prefer be bent over instead. I mean, it was time to fight back.
She needed to fight back like a young cowgirl.
Right. Fired up, Claire defended herself and tried to clear up the situation. After making it abundantly clear that she wasn't dancing at all, she once again showed Mrs. Duncan that her dress was the appropriate length, but she just wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Her concerned friends tried to intervene with the conversation and testify that they hadn't been dancing, but Mrs. Duncan brushed them off, saying it was none of your business, you little bitches.
Get out of the way. None of your beeswax, what I'm saying to her.
Yeah. This little tramp has got to go.
This little trollop.
Yes. That's when Claire's boyfriend said enough is enough.
Yeah.
Clearly disgusted, he told the administrators that since they had all arrived together, they would all leave together as well, and all of them demanded a refund of their $25 ticket.
Yeah, man!
Not only am I taking my sparkly dress bitch with me, I need some money for gas.
Yeah, and condoms, at least one.
CMS condoms.
They're $3.
Claire was heartbroken. The moment she had been waiting for years devolved into chaos.
Damn it!
Visibly upset with tears rolling down her cheeks, Claire and her group of friends were all kicked out of the prom.
But she was smiling later when she took 13 inches of her boyfriend in a fucking jizz bag provided by the CMS.
Right. And despite the fact that they were all told they would get refunds for their tickets, Claire was the only one who got her money back.
That's right.
I was told that the way I dressed and moved my hot little luscious curvy body was causing men to think inappropriate.
Is that what she said?
No, of course not.
You say, wow. She has a high opinion of her.
No, I threw that in for a little.
I sort of thought.
It was causing men to think inappropriately about me, implying that it was my responsibility to control the people's thoughts and drives, said Claire.
Yeah,
it was then and there that Claire hatched her revenge plot.
Oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun. Exactly. Claire is on the warpath.
Yeah, pal.
As she was being escorted crying from the venue, Claire said she asked the security guard what he made of the security guard.
Security guard?
They had a security guard at a prom? Okay.
Apparently.
At a Methodist church? Seriously, come on now.
Stop stealing those Bibles!
I asked the security guy if my dress was compliant with the dress code, like as if this guy would know.
Yeah.
So it's like, listen, they pay me $4.50 an hour to stand here with a pretend gun.
Yeah.
And watch the shopping carts at Target normally.
And now put that hymnal down and get the fuck out of here.
I asked the security guy as if he's an authority.
Yeah. All right, sparkly butt.
And all
Get out of here.
Is, do you have panties on under there?
Be great. She asked the security guy, and he goes, I don't know, but I'd fuck you.
Damn, that's funny. I asked the security guy if my dress was compliant with the dress code and if he had noticed if he would fuck me.
He said, no, hike that shit up, bitch.
And he noticed that any inappropriateness, is that even a word?
Inappropriateness
In my behavior.
And he said, bend over and I'll show you my baton.
As if the security guy was watching her the whole night, right?
He was.
And he said he didn't think I did anything to get kicked out, but it wasn't his call.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
But if you want to go meet me in the security van in a little while.
Right, exactly.
I'll show you something.
We walked out from the prom frustrated and angry and feeling very disrespected and violated.
Yeah. Not as much as you're going to feel a little later once that dude gets you out of that dress.
No shit. I had hundreds of virtual dicks pointing in my direction.
Now, is that what it said, really?
Claire said, but Claire wouldn't let it end there. She took it to the internet to blow the whistle on the injustice, and the women over the world heard her message loud and clear.
The plot comes to fruition on Facebook. God damn it.
I took it to the internet.
I'll show you, Miss Duncan.
Yeah,
You're foiled by Facebook.
Look at Demon in the chair.
Look at Phil Oops.
I had no idea the story would end up turning out so funny.
I had no idea there was actual footage. Wow.
Oh, holy shit.
I didn't know the security guy got to fuck that girl.
Where did you find the picture? Holy shit.
That's good.
Wow. Wow, that is so damn good. Since the incident, angry people from all over took to
Facebook
of the Richmond homeschool prom to express their disgust with the situation.
Yeah, man.
And the administrators deleted all of the comments.
Oh, damn it.
Now it appears that they have deleted their page altogether.
Holy shit. I'm taking it to LinkedIn, goddammit.
The whole situation made me feel violated, walked over.
This is a travesty.
I'm
taking it to Snapchat, motherfucker.
Right.
Jeez.
And ostracized, wrote Claire in a blog post.
Yeah. Then she took a picture of her dress and put it on Pinterest.
How is it that I look like and how I dress constitutes the level of respect you give me?
Yeah, man.
However, when pressed by CBS News, Mrs. Duncan...
News?
Yeah, CBS News.
Jesus.
Mrs. Duncan had another side of the story to tell.
She said, I'm gay! I'm gay!
I'm using this time as my coming out party. She says the dress may have been the right length, but when Claire arrived, that the outfit's spandex fabric caused it to ride up. It was right below her butt cheeks. But at the time I saw her, Mrs. Duncan told WTVR. Well, Mrs. Duncan said she didn't see Claire dance. Her comments that the dads were gathered on the balcony staring at her were unlikely.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Claire continued to stand up for herself, writing about the prom online and recapping the events of the night on the video and in interviews.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's be honest. The dads were definitely gawking at her. Don't you think?
Well, I think that's what prompted that lady to pull her aside, because I'm going to say that your instincts were probably 100% correct.
Right.
That some lady caught her husband gawking at her.
Right.
And said, that little tart has got to go.
Yeah, there was 5-6 dads up there thinking, man, I remember when I used to get ass like that all the fucking time. And then one of the wives caught him.
Yeah, they were caught him gawking and said, "What are you looking at? You're looking at that. Are you looking at that young girl down there?"
And the guy didn't have it in him to say, "Yeah, I'm looking at what you used to look like before you discovered ho-hos, you bitch." That's what happened, but he didn't want to say that, so he said, "No, this is terrible.
Yeah,
this is terrible, honey. I was trying to figure out who I need to talk to about this."
Right.
Where's that guy, Mrs. Duncan?
When the lady kicked me out, they said the dads had complained. about my dancing, and that meant that they have to have been watching me.
I would like to know if one dad complained that didn't have a wife that was there.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you no dad that didn't have a wife complained. Guaranteed. The wife of whatever dad complained was in the room. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Of course.
So Claire fired back. The 17-year-old felt that she had been targeted because her body was more mature than those of some of the other girls in the room. She said her long legs and sparkly dress probably made her stand out, adding that she was tired of people trying to make women feel bad about their bodies.
Now, could you reread that with a little bit of sexuality to it?
The 17-year-old felt that she had been targeted because her soft, luscious, supple body was more mature and more voluptuous than some of those girls in the room. She filled out her dress like a vixen, and her long legs and sparkly dress probably made her stand out.
You're a bad girl, aren't you, bitch?
Her panties were damp with excitement. And the smell of lust filled the room.
My God, it was like a puffer fish. The room smelled like an ocean. I couldn't figure out why. Especially around the sparkly dress.
It was an ocean of seagoing sperm.
My husband wasn't looking at her. He was looking at the seagull that was pecking at her pussy.
Right.
He thought it was a catfish. And the shiny stuff was probably just a lure that he got caught with.
Holy shit. Ooh, this is too damn funny. This is a message to the women who understand that sometimes it doesn't matter how much you pin a dress, you're still going to have cleavage show. And then when you bend over, wow.
Like it. I mean, that's terrible.
Enough with the slut shaming, Claire continued.
Enough with it.
Yeah.
Shame our sluts.
I'm not responsible for some perverted 45-year-old dad lusting after me because
and I'm 48.
Because I have a sparkly dress on.
No one cares about the dress. It's your supple ass, honey.
And if you think I am, then maybe you're part of the problem.
Maybe I am, honey. Would you consider a Pornhub shoot?
Ever since the story has gone viral, Claire has received an outpouring of support with readers responding on
Snapchat?
No.
Pinterest?
No.
Instagram?
No.
Foursquare?
No.
Twitter?
TheClassicMetalShow.com.
Aloe? Going for the real deep ones. Aloe.
Yeah. Etsy.
I'm going to guess maybe the Book of Faces?
That's right. Her blog posts and across the media, and yet neither the Richmond homeschool prom nor the individuals who had asked her to leave have ever reached out to Claire to discuss what happened.
Why should they? Why would they reach out to her?
Because they need to acknowledge their sins, man.
Do they really?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. That prom is over. Over. Done. Goodbye.
They need to admit they were wrong.
Gee, speaking of wrong, Jesus fucking Christ, Phil. I might have to ban you. What in the hell, Phil? Holy shit.
Wow.
That might be racist. No, that is racist. I've made a determination.
You've made a decision.
I've made a command decision. That is a racist comment.
Right. They do like blonde girls.
Who doesn't?
Nevertheless, Claire stands by her post and hopes the attention that the incident received has contributed to the examination of dress codes in both her own community and others.
Okay.
The case perfectly illustrates the problem kids and parents face, posing a dangerous question. Dangerous question.
Yeah.
With teenage girls shopping for the perfect dress, selections bordering on the wildly inappropriate to many parents. Are we living in a culture that sexualizes girls at a young and younger age?
Yes.
And as a parent, what can we do to mitigate this?
First of all, yes, we are. We are definitely in a world where we're sexualizing kids at a younger age.
Yeah.
That being said, this kid isn't. I mean, we're looking at the dress. If this is, I'm assuming that's the picture from the prom, right?
Yes, that is the pictures that are included with the story.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that dress.
No, she's average at best.
Yeah, but it's really not. She's not showing the crack of her ass or anything, and she doesn't have any tits to show. So what's wrong with that dress? It's skin tight?
Probably.
It's skin tight, and it's to the limit of what they're saying. But if they didn't want that, why didn't they say? Look, if they're that worried about it, why don't they say that the dress has to be down to the knee? Right?
Yeah, it really, and again, I think that she might have some very valid points.
Yeah.
That there was maybe some jealousy, and that she did come to the thing in a very flamboyant dress. Because anytime you add sparkly stuff to that, it is a look at me thing.
Yeah, but that's what girls do.
I understand that. I get that. And I'm not saying she was wrong for doing that. I'm just saying that when you get some dried up old skags,
yeah,
be it the chaperone or a wife catching her husband, kind of lurking and staring at this chick and saying, that one's got to go. That little tart has got to go.
Mm-hmm. But isn't the problem really the fucking husband that just took the beat down to complain?
That's absolutely true. I agree with that.
That's the real problem.
That is the real problem.
Shut up. So what? She's a cute girl with a tight dress. Who gives a shit?
And that's exactly what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen the stand-up comedian. Her name is Ali Wong.
Oh, it's a female comedian?
Yes.
I guarantee that I never have seen it.
Well, I watched this. She's actually pretty funny because she's pretty dirty.
All right.
But she said she's like 33 or something like that. And she said she absolutely hates 18-year-old girls.
Okay.
Because they basically are wet all the time. And she says, now that I'm 33, I'm not wet anymore. And she says, when I was 18, I could slip my fingers down in my pants and, I'd get that goo between my fingers and I go, I slime you. And she goes, I'm not like that anymore. So she was just basically saying how she hates 18-year-old girls now.
Yeah.
As 33 isn't old, but
no.
But, that's the whole, I hate you now. Because you're what I used to be.
Yeah. Well, I'll never know because I'll never, ever watch a female comedian. They are so dreadfully unfunny normally, whether it's Whitney Cummings or what was the one she was always on Howard Stern, Lisa Lampanelli.
Yeah, she wasn't that funny.
She wasn't funny. Whitney Cummings, not funny. Amy Schumer, not funny.
No, I watched her last special, not good at all.
She stinks.
Yeah, she's not good.
She's all right. The whatever that movie was pretty funny. The train wreck.
I didn't see that.
That was okay. It was all right, but she's not funny. And no, thank you. I'll pass on the female comedians.
Yeah. But yeah, there definitely is that rivalry or that hatred. It's just like you're what I used to be, so you know.
Phil, I might have to ban you for that one.
Nice.
That is wronger than wrong.
Yep. Is that Beetlejuice?
I have to distance myself from my own show. I can't be associated with a show that I'm a co-host on.
Right.
What the hell?
Uh-huh. Well, let's play a couple of songs, and then we'll come back and wrap up the show.
All righty.
All right. You got anything in mind?
Let's go with, let's go with Girth.
Okay.
And let's go with Genghis Khan.
All right. Girth, of course, a local Cleveland band.
Sure. I'm going with all my buddies' bands.
All right. Hang on. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Chris and Neely, how you going, boys?
Hey, it's our good friend Ozzy Ace. What's happening?
I've just caught the end of your last little conversation there about girls and dressing up, and I was just curious. I mean, is it, if you were to have kids, is it better to have a girl or a boy?
For me, if I had children, it would be a boy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, girls dressing up like that, shit, how do you control that as a parent? Jesus.
You lock them up and don't let them out of the house. Chris dealt with that, right, Chris?
Yeah, you just don't let them dress like that. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I've got a younger sister, and she's not a bad looker. All my mates wanted to bang her, you know, and I'm like, she used to take gear off when she went out in a little bag with her. So, you know, but isn't that the whole idea of makeup and stuff? Girls put that on for us guys to look at.
Yeah, but not at 16 years old.
Yeah, the makeup, yeah.
16, yeah, I suppose.
Well, did you get your box there, Ozzy? Did you get your Perfect 7?
Nearly. I received it on Monday, and I'm like you, I still haven't opened it.
Holy shit!
I can refrain.
There's Perfect 7 in there. There's a replacement 4X shirt. There's 4 hats. There's a couple jars of Perfect 7. There's some CMS stickers in there.
Excellent. The main reason I didn't open it was, one, I've been flat out all week, and number two, I wasn't sure on the disaster I'm going to have, because I work from home. Am I going to spend a day on the can?
No, it'll be one big event that takes place, and you'll be glad it did.
Okay. Because I was in and out seeing customers this week and what have you, and you know, getting stuff done for this show they had, and it's like, oh God, the last thing I need to do is be with a customer, and I've got to drop the old bomb, the Perfect 7. So I thought I'd check first.
Well, it's all there, my friend. So probably within 24 to 48 hours, it'll just like clean you out.
So, okay, so about 24 hours it'll take.
Yep.
Okay, because I remember some other geezer calling up, and he said he'd done it for 3 days and it still hadn't come out.
Well, everybody's different.
Okay, so 24 to 48 hours.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, Nearly, one piece of advice I want to ask you with regards to, I got a couple of fines for speeding, and I know it's a little bit off topic, but I remember you saying to me, go to court, they normally let it off, blah, blah, blah. Now, I've got a couple, and I've taken that route, and I'm thinking, what do you say then when the judge says, why you're speeding? Because I've got camera shots, and one's so dark, that one looks suspect. I could just probably get away with the other one. I'm not sure.
Well, Ozzy, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't live in Australia, so I don't know how the court systems work over there.
Yeah, I know, but I just remember you saying that if you turn up and you go there, they respect you. You're dressed up.
The thing is, you claim not guilty.
Right. And then when he says, well, why were you speeding then?
You say, I wasn't speeding. It's faulty. The camera's faulty.
Okay, fine. I'll run with that.
I mean, again, I can't answer your question. I'm not a lawyer, and, again, I'm not in Australia, so I don't know how the court systems work over there.
Oh, well, there is a group thing here that do contest them and fight them, because one thing that they do say is that an unmanned camera, isn't legit. If it's manned, okay. And most of them are unmanned.
All right. Well,
Your Honor, are you fat shaming me? That's what you say, and then they don't know what to say. Just say, Your Honor, are you fat shaming me?
Fat shaming me.
Yeah.
And if he says, and what do you mean by fat shaming, sir?
You didn't give this ticket to that skinny guy over there, now did you?
Well, that's exactly right.
I'm not paying. I have to push harder on the gas pedal to go faster. That's what you tell him. You're 4X, right? You tell him that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm only wearing the 2X. The 2X.
All right, well, lie.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll see how I go, because it's two fines for two different courts, two different judges, so it'll be interesting to see. Hey, one other thing, guys, just on music.
Yes,
I was thinking, when did black T-shirts come into vogue with metal groups?
1946. I think it was May.
The reason I ask, guys, is like, back in the day, Zeppelin had white shirts, rainbow colours. I mean, some of these heavy metal bands had some really colourful stuff, and then it sort of went black and adopted it.
I'm going to say 1980 when Back in Black came out. That's my guess.
I'm going to say when metalheads kept spilling beer and staining their shirts, they made them black so that it wouldn't show.
I think when Bon Scott uttered the word, or not Bon Scott, but Brian Johnson screamed out, "Back in Black!" Everybody said, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So they did the first shirts.
How about a CMS shirt that's not black?
All right, Ozzy, I think your manager is saying you got to go.
Yep.
Of course he fucking is. All right, boys, I'll let you go. And Neely, I am going to send you a business serious email too, so you and Chris to read.
All right, well, I got your books.
You got that? Okay, cool.
All right, Ozzy.
All right, you boys take care. Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal. Hands up.
So Ozzy's got 4 months supply of Perfect 7.
Yeah. Unless he takes it all at once.
Yeah, he'll be shitting his brains out for sure.
His fucking intestine will just come falling out.
Exactly. All right, well, we'll play a couple of songs. We'll come back. This is Girth from their Freedom Rising release, and this one is called Genghis Khan, exclusively here
on your classic metal show.